Hello and welcome to a very special Uncle Tat's Creative Shack. Tonight we have a box opening. Yes, this is a box all the way from Germany. I placed an order on Bricklink. I don't know if I told you guys about that in the past. If you're new to my channel, Bricklink is a one-stop shop for ordering parts from all over the world. As long as the seller agrees to sell it to you, you can shop at his store even if they're in another country. So this is actually for, and I've got the parts right here. I wanted to build another one of those blazers from the Stranger Things Netflix show. And so if you remember, that's what the blazer looks like. So I wanted to build another one of these, and I'm pretty sure I don't have all the right pieces I need to build it. So it was easy to go to Bricklink and look at the Stranger Things, the upside down Lego set, figure out what pieces were required to make this vehicle, and then just upload those up onto Bricklink into a wanted list, and then you allow Bricklink to take that wanted list and find all the sellers or seller that's required to get all the pieces in the amount you want them in, and then you can set up payment through PayPal. So this was a little while ago, probably I think it was a little over a week ago anyways, since I made that video. I'd have to go back and take a look, but I've got a bunch of pieces here from a previous Bricklink order from America. And this one here happens to be from Germany. So let's take a look at it. It's kind of an interesting box because, as you can see, it originally held 357 bullets. It looks like there's about, it's kind of hard to see with the tape over it, but it's 0.38 or 357. Looks like there was 500 pieces and bullets. And that was just the box that this seller packaged everything up in, and you can see right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's some bullets and there's some grains of whatever, but never mind about that. This should have Lego pieces in it, so we're going to use an X-Acto knife, make sure it's tightly in there, and you and I are going to look at this for the first time. Go ahead and, I think this is just a lid that fits onto a bottom, so we'll probably have to cut all four sides out. If there's one thing I've noticed, I've ordered Bricklink, I've put together Bricklink orders from Germany before, and I must say, they usually do an amazing job. Sellers from Germany, do an amazing job at packing the Legos. You never have a problem. Like in America, they just grab a priority package, you know, one of those little like white envelopes or whatever, and just throw everything in there, and you know, away you go. But in Germany here, we've got an actual box. Did I cut that right? Yep. Look at that. Okay. We've got some nice foam. Oh, what was that? I have no clue. Oh, the cap to the X-Acto knife. Okay. So here's the pieces. Look at this. That's some decent Ziplocs. These are pretty thick bags, actually. And I'm pretty sure I only need one of those for the roof, but the pieces were cheap enough. I ended up getting, looks like I got 4 of them. Now, this is interesting, and there's actually nothing else in the box. Okay, good. These pieces here are interesting. These are, and I'm going to take them out of the bag. I think they were maybe 60 cents a piece or something like that. But they are special pieces that you could probably only get in Germany. Let's try to get that to zoom in on there for you. Yeah, so this is Legoland Deutschland, or Deutschland, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Fabrik 2013. I'm pretty sure I botched just about everything there except the 2013. So it is an official Lego piece. Try to get it where you can see that. Yep, there you go. You can see the Lego branding on all the studs. And on the bottom, there's your tubes, your anti-studs. So it's in fairly good shape. He said they were used. I don't know what you would use them for. I mean, it's just a... So this is, you know, 2x4 here, but it's probably about 3 or 4 high. Let's see, I got 2 of them, so let me see what this one is. Yeah, there we go. So it's, yeah, it's a little under 4 high. Thereabouts. So there's that piece, and then there's this piece, which is another Bricklink 2008 Lego. Now these are, as you can see, these are printed on the bricks. They're not stickers or anything like that. They're actually printed. So I thought these were definitely something collectible. I had taken a huge hiatus from Legos, you know, after high school anyways. So the 2000s, the early 2000s, I didn't do anything with Lego. So this is pretty interesting to have one of these. And of course, even 2013, I wasn't doing really anything with Lego at that time either. So it's really interesting. So it looks like what you've got here is looks like you've got like an assembly line or maybe a factory. And what's it say right there? Yeah, 2013, the Lego Group. It looks like that would be like a factory. Maybe that's the first Lego machine that they used back in the day. And then this one here is just a bunch of actual, yeah, there's some Lego gears, there's some shock absorbers there. That piece there looks like it's one of those hydraulic pumps or air pumps. Yeah, so these are really cool pieces. Definitely, let's see if they, yeah, and they stick together really well. There's some good clutch power there. So I don't know what I was going to do with them. I'd probably end up just putting them in a special collector's thing, and it just so happened to be on this particular person's website. While I was looking for, you know, these pieces, I ended up seeing those ones. I think they're on his cover page anyways. Most Bricklink sellers, or all Bricklink sellers, have a kind of like a title page when you go to their store, and some of their top selling items are right there on the site. So I saw those and I was like, oh geez, you know, less than $1 a piece for these, you know, very limited edition. I've never seen them before, pieces, so it was worth it to me to throw that in there with the rest of the order. So, and let's take a look. Yeah, these are some pretty hefty Ziploc bags, actually. Look like they were never used before except for this order, which is great. Some Bricklink sellers will use, you know, the bags are so old that you might as well just throw them away when you're done. So, now these pieces, most of these pieces, I do not need, as you can see, for this truck. There's nothing black on this truck, really. So you're like, why am I getting all this? Well, all told, it was really, in this black category, it was really just for these pieces right here, these 2 plates, these little L-shaped plates. And over this past weekend, I was going through and sorting a bunch of my bricks, and I found a bunch of these. So, whatever. They weren't that expensive anyways. They're really cheap. I don't remember this whole order. I'd have to look at the invoice. Really cheap. Even with shipping, it was not that much money at all. So I had gotten these bricks, these 2x6s. I use these for when I do, you know, a little diorama. I like to frame up the bottom part of the diorama. You know, the little scene, whatever scene you make. I like to frame it up with a bunch of these black bricks. I probably showed that to you before in a previous video. So I'd go ahead and make a base, you know, like this, and then put your design on top of it. So I got a bunch of those, and I got a bunch of these 1x2 bricks as well. Plenty of these black ones. Let's see. Yeah, those are just 1x2s. So as far as what's needed for this truck, yeah, actually, as you can already see, and it was probably from another Bricklink order. There's one of the pieces right there. You can never go wrong with Lego, though. It's not like it's going to go out bad, or, you know, you do want to be mindful when you're buying stuff, obviously, but it's not like it's going to go bad. I'll end up using it for something else. Let's take a look in here. I think in this bag here, another one of those decent looking bags. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is part of this. I know it doesn't look like it. You're like, well, where's the yellow? It's actually buried on the inside, and again, this was like pennies on the dollar. I mean, there's probably like 2 cents or 3 cents or something like that. It's crazy. So, I mean, I got it anyways. These are not part of the set, but I need those, or I would like to have those for other builds, namely my Harry Potter castle. The background for that, I'm building up the whole floor work with those types of plates. So that's why I got those. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Here we go. Try to get my... these are just 1x1 plates in green. I use those for making scenery for like scattered grass. You know, just little shades of color here and there. I like to quote-unquote paint my Legos like, or paint using Lego like that, just small pieces like pixels. So when you look at the truck here, you know, I definitely need these 1x4 plates for the sides. Oops. So that's what those are all about. These here, I don't know where I got those actually. It doesn't have those colors on this. That's really bizarre, unless they're on the... I don't think they're on the inside. Let's take it off the top. Oops. Nope. It's kind of strange. Put that back on there. I'm not exactly sure why I would have got those then. Maybe because it's just a neat color. It's kind of like a, if you take a look at it, it's like a rust color. Dark, I think it's called dark orange is what they're, or... yeah, it's like a dark orange, I think is what they're calling that color. Yeah, I got him because it, again, cheap. There we go, get him out of the way. Relatively cheap, and you got to put an order together anyways, so you might as well throw a few extra things in your basket. Last but not least was this one. And I think most all of these I do need for this truck build. Take that out of the way. So yeah, the plates, these are used for the roof right there. You only need one of them, but sometimes they have them for so cheap you might as well put a few of them into your basket. So I got 4 of them. Okay, so then a lot of the structure is built with this tan color. So, and there's a lot of internal pieces as well as you build up the structure. So as far as the pieces I got here, that's pretty much what they're all for. You get some, you know, 1x2 plates. These pieces here, oh, it's got a little smeg on it. These pieces here are for the rear window, or the rear pillar, and that would be a sticker that goes onto it. So you'd need the sticker sheet, and then that would be your pillar. So definitely needed to have one for each side. There's 2. There you go. Yeah, and the rest of this stuff here, same thing. We will put those all in that truck box, and eventually, when I download the instruction sheet, or actually download the instructions, I have the instructions. Eventually, when I take a look at that, I'll start building up this blazer and hope I have all the pieces I need. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.